Oh, wow, una welcome. It is the continuation of our show, Joke of the Week. Now, remember that last time I was doing frog jump in front of the army checkpoint. I did it until the evening of that day. They said I was a vagrant, and I need to explain why I was disturbing the peace of the environment. But it was as if it was a fulfillment of that proverb that no matter how astray a chick goes, he will always hear the whistle of the mother and trace his way back home. That was exactly what happened. Eh? In few minutes, I saw the car of that same pastor that rescued me the other time. And I waved at the man, and luckily for me, the man stopped. I came down from his vehicle and pleaded with the army officer to leave me, that he knows who I am. That was how I became free from that seemingly impending danger. When we got to the pastor's house, pastor said, okay, that he doesn't want me to enter into any other problem. I am going to now be the protocol officer, his personal protocol officer that will be following him everywhere he is, so that he can monitor my movement and know whatever I'm doing. I said, that is very good, sir. But the problem is that the kind of clothes that I'm wearing now is not suitable for that kind of job. Pastor said, don't worry, the Lord is good. We will change your wardrobe for you. I became happy. I'll be following pastor, entering vehicles, collecting AC, eating the kind of food he's eating. That is very good, But the thing was that I didn't really understand that pastor used to fast, Pastor used to fast, but nobody knew. Now, there was a program coming up very soon in church, miracle service, and pastor was fasted. And I cannot eat unless pastor is eating, because where he's eating is where I'm going to eat. So he normally goes to his office and lock himself inside and will start praying. Ew! We did it the first time. I survived it. The second day, we went again. It was a program. You need to hear from God and perform miracles. So luckily for me, I pulled through, and then the program started. Yay! Pastor was ministering to people, and I'm the one that will be standing at their back to make sure that when they fall under the power, they will not injure themselves. I will help them to give them safe landing, safe landing. But I did not know that Adesa, remember that Adesa that waylaid me some time ago, will attend the program. Adesa showed up, and it was his turn for pastor to minister to him. Pastor tried to lay hands on him. He said, no, pastor, is not on my head, it's on my stomach. The problem is hunger. Hunger, please help me. Pastor now prayed briefly for him and said, okay, go and wait for me at the lobby. After service, I will see you. That was how the church recruited Adesa as the security. But remember that old wounds will always reopen. Remember, Adesa knows my story, and now he became jealous that I'm following pastor everywhere, eating with pastor and becoming fresh. Adesa got angry. But I pretended as if I didn't notice. I said, okay, pastor, please grant me few days off so that I can go and see my father in the village. Pastor said, no problem, but make sure you go there safely and avoid having problems. I said, okay, sir. I was going home. I got to the village, following the footpath that led to our village house. And then at that farm that my father celebrated his victory over his age mates concerning ownership. Remember his old age mate that wanted to poo-poo and the mysterious thing stuck to his bum bum? that same parcel of land, my father went back there with his cutlass and said he wants to clear the farm. But unfortunately for him, a strange animal came out and started fighting him. They call him Mbada, leopard. And it was a taboo for a leopard to fight a man inside the farm. My father was crying and attracted attention of passerbys. And then when I was passing, I realized it was my father. Oh, hey! I quickly went inside there and tried to help him up. But he said the attention of the herbalist was needed. Somebody now went and called the herbalist. The herbalist came and said, you see, you should have taken permission from me before entering the farm. I have consulted the oracles and they now told me that this place is the resting place of your great-grandfather. This was where they buried him, and he's not yet happy with all of you because you didn't bury him very well. You didn't bury him like a titled man. You people are poor. Now what will happen is you will give him a second burial, buy a big goat and 2 cocks so that he will sacrifice to your great-grandfather and he will leave you alone. That is what he will do. My father said, I cannot do that one now. He said, don't worry, whenever you are ready, come and bring the tokens of atonement. It was then the villagers now realized that there is something about he-goats and cocks about this herbalist. The same he-goat that his age mate was not able to bring. My father is now going to pay it. Hey! Okay, I now said, Daddy, let us go home. This is the farm. We can't stay here. I helped him up and we started going home. And then I thought the drama has finished. But it was only starting, We got home to the big compound. At the entrance, we saw my uncle vomiting something like foamy substance. And remember that my little cousin Ejiro was now pouring palm oil into his mouth. Hey! I started shouting, what happened? Ejiro, what happened? She now said, it was the father that saw her brushing her mouth with toothpaste, and the man thought it was foam. It was detergent that she was using to brush her mouth. The man quickly went and took Omo and started brushing his own mouth and mistakenly swallowed it, and that was how he started vomiting foams from his mouth. Now he's no longer conscious. They are now using palm oil to revive him. Hey! That was how I carried the man inside though, and luckily for us, the man did not join his ancestors that day. And I became relieved. The next thing I heard was that, Ahithophel. You remember Ahithophel? The one they should have sacrificed in place of a he-goat. The news was everywhere. Ahithophel relocated to the city and had a problem because he went to Samantha's house. They were looking for a gate man, a janitor at the same time. So Ahithophel now said he is the one to do the job that he has done it before in the other city. They said, okay, Samantha's daddy now employed Ahithophel. But there was a problem. Samantha had a pet dog. She now realized that since Ahithophel came into the house, the dog has become very lean and sicky. Sick looking. If you give the food for the dog to Ahithophel, Ahithophel will corner it and chop the food, and the dog will be hungry. And the dog cannot communicate to Samantha. And that became a problem. Pet dog now became lame. He cannot move again. He cannot play with the owner. And they became worried. And I took the pet dog to the veterinary doctor. The doctor said, I think it is the inadequate diet that is causing it. You should try to feed the dog very well. But Samantha said, no. I provide enough food for my security guard for him every day. Huh? The vet doctor now said, okay, please try and monitor this, your guard, and see whether he's actually feeding the dog. You know, they can be very funny sometimes. It was that day that Samantha realized that Ahithophel is even the dog eating the food that he was providing. Yeah, both his own food and the food for the dog. Ahithophel was eating everything. Samantha got provoked when she realized that, you know, the kind of food they give to pet dog? Milk. Can you imagine? Milk and cereal. They will now mix it and give Ahithophel, go and give to dog. Eh? That was how Ahithophel did as if he was going to the cage where the dog is and went and hid somewhere, started drinking the cereal and milk, and Samantha saw him and started shouting. That was how Ahithophel ran away and came back to the village. And the father now said, why did you come back again? Eh? Maybe you have settled in the big city. Why did you come back? My people, this is where we draw the curtain today. We will continue next time. Remember that this was brought to you by Isthmus Enterprises. So now bye bye no. Oh wow.